Today, you are going to feel more motivated and more excited to get in more veggies than you ever felt before. Okay, I get it. I know we've been told day in and day out since we were little, eat your vegetables, don't eat dessert until you've had your Brussels sprouts. But still, only 1 in 10 Americans eats the bare minimum recommendation for vegetable intake.
90% of Americans are not eating the recommended 2 to 3 cups of vegetables per day. That's according to the CDC.
This has got to change. What is going on, Big Dreamers? Yo, Lady Vitamin Katie is here. Welcome to my channel where I provide recipes, workouts, research, mindset practices to help you on your journey to holistic health. Do you want to experience unnecessary symptoms and conditions like chronic fatigue, being super tired all the time, chronic pain, heart disease, diabetes, and even worse, early onset of aging and unnecessarily already having wrinkles and gray hair? Do you want that? You can decrease your risk of developing heart disease, the super unnecessary, self-induced #1 cause of death in America, by 18% by eating just 4 servings of vegetables every single day. In fact, a huge meta-analysis that included upwards of 2 million people that was published in 2017 concluded that eating 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables combined, so that's about 4 to 5 servings of vegetables, decreases risk of all causes of death by 31%. That's about a third. That's a huge number. The team estimates that 7.8 million premature deaths could be prevented if they just ate 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. So that's about 5 servings of vegetables. From the Nurses' Health study of over 66,000 women and 42,000 men, it was shown that taking in 2 servings of fruit and 3 servings of vegetables every day significantly reduced risks of death and disease, including cancer. Also, the EPIC study of over 450,000 participants that was followed up for about 9 years, this study showed that higher intakes of fruits and vegetables was associated with a significantly reduced risk of colorectal cancer. And when it comes to breast cancer, we can't deny this study published in the Journal of Human Health Research. It was reported that daily consumption of just 1 to 2 servings of brassica vegetables decreased risk of breast cancer by 20 to 40%. Shout out to broccoli. That's really stinking cool that just from eating 1 to 2 servings per day of brassica vegetables, that's like kale, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, so good, cauliflower, you can reduce your risk of cancer by 20 to 40%. Wow. Especially considering that breast cancer is the most common type of cancer. See more about the incredible power of broccoli in this video. All vegetables are truly amazing for many reasons. When it comes to green vegetables, just the color green itself, called chlorophyll, if you learned about this in like 7th grade biology, chlorophyll, what plants use that color green, it's what plants use to make their own energy from the sun. Chlorophyll has the ability to latch on to carcinogens in our bodies that could cause us harm. So there are carcinogens from cigarette smoke, from smog, even from over-exercising and stressing ourselves out, and of course from eating burnt and blackened foods and too much meat and processed meat and chemical additives in our products and in our foods. Lots of carcinogens that we're exposed to, and there are some of them that are so tiny that they look like a little ladder piece of our DNA, and they have the ability to slide on into our DNA strand and totally mutate our DNA and basically cause cancer and, of course, inflammation and early aging and a lot of other issues. Chlorophyll has the capacity to latch onto that carcinogen and make it so that it won't fit, and it can easily be excreted from the body and get out of the bloodstream, get out of our body, and not do us harm. That color green from green vegetables has the capacity to do that. How cool is that? This study, published back in 2009, showed that when those were injected with a toxin, if they had chlorophyll as well, the chlorophyll made it so that it was a significantly less spike of toxin in the bloodstream. So this chlorophyll really helps prevent those toxins from getting to us. Yeah? Go chlorophyll! If you observe a vein on your arm compared to a vein in a leaf, they are very much the same. They're very similar looking, right? Our veins are so similar. Did you know that chlorophyll, it has the exact same structure as heme, the hemoglobin that transports oxygen throughout our body in our blood? They look exactly the same. A Chinese study published in 2019 that involved 31 hospitals and used chlorophyll to improve iron status in patients in the form of SXN, a tablet made from silkworm poop. When they compared low, medium, and high doses of this chlorophyll-rich tablet over 1 year, it was found that all doses were significantly beneficial with an 84.8% effective rate. This is one of the many reasons why Randy Jacobs has committed his livelihood to growing and distributing wheatgrass. Wheatgrass juice is one of the most concentrated sources of chlorophyll. You do not need to go collecting silkworm poop.
So these doctors are now looking at what it is within wheatgrass, the chlorophyll, it's a high frequency green, very, very concentrated, how your body can start producing more red blood cells. And her platelet count is very low, it's 25, and you heard the story. So she leaves the hospital, it's 25. She calls me, Randy, I'm home. Come on over, bring my greens. And so I did. She got started within a week. Her platelets went from 25 to 200. Her body chemistry responded, as it will, to, again, high frequency. There's 70% chlorophyll. I mean, there's nothing that's 70% chlorophyll.
Have you ever heard of oxygen therapy? Getting in more greens is one of the many ways to promote the ability of your body to utilize and get in more oxygen. Another reason why breath work is so popular now and so amazing for you. And down the rabbit hole we go. The only difference is the very center, there's magnesium in chlorophyll and there's iron in heme in our blood. Magnesium is essential for every single cell in our body. It acts as an electrolyte, providing that electricity to our heart. It acts as a calming mineral that can help us sleep at night. If you've heard of the Calm supplement, it's the most common magnesium supplement to help people sleep. Magnesium is also essential for our digestion. People take magnesium supplements to help them go to the bathroom. It's really important for our digestive system. Our body needs magnesium, and a lot of people don't get enough. Especially if you want to be exercising, you probably could stand to take in more magnesium to support as an electrolyte and help with muscle cramping. A lot of people have chronic pain and muscle cramping. Magnesium is so important for preventing and reversing these muscle cramps. If you've heard of magnesium salt baths and soaking in magnesium, magnesium can be absorbed through our skin. We can also get magnesium through green vegetables. That's one reason why green vegetables are so important. Also, what's really neat about green vegetables is that we see the green pigment, but they also have lots of other antioxidant pigments. If you've heard me talk before about anthocyanins, which is that purpley red color that's like in cherries and pomegranate, that's so important for brain health, as well as the orange color, beta carotene, that converts to vitamin A, which acts as a fat soluble antioxidant to protect our skin and helps with skin turnover, and it really helps our eyesight and help with night vision and just being able to see well. There's so many different antioxidants that are in different colors, and they act just like that chlorophyll, how it's able to bind onto that carcinogen and help it get excreted from the body. That's what different vegetable and fruit and plant antioxidants do, is they bind onto those carcinogens and make it so that they don't affect the cell membranes. They don't affect our cells, and they're able to be excreted. So that's things like vitamin C, vitamin E, they act as antioxidants, but also there's antioxidant trace minerals too, like selenium acts as an antioxidant. But of course, these colors, these are only in plants. Phytochemical means plant chemical. So thinking about all these amazing colors, right? These exist in greens. Have you ever seen in New England or in the north, when fall is happening, the leaves change from bright green to orange to red to yellow? Just because chlorophyll is the pigment that we see, it doesn't mean that those other antioxidant pigments aren't also in that green vegetable, which is so special and cool about green vegetables, is they have even more colors than meets the eye, okay? So green vegetables are amazing. Get those in. What is a serving of vegetables? Technically, a serving of vegetables looks like 1 cup raw and 1/2 cup cooked. If you want more info on what does 1 serving of vegetables look like, go ahead and click on this video. Tips to sneaking in some vegetables, so easy. If you blend a green vegetable in with the liquid of whatever recipe you're making. Making oatmeal, I love blending greens into the milk or into the water before I make my oatmeal with it. Little things like that to sneak those greens on in. Sure, it might turn your recipe green, but you won't be able to taste it. This helps with things like muffins, pancakes, lots of baked goods. I also love making sauces, just sneak in those greens in the sauce. You won't even taste it. And greens do count when it comes to herbs and things like that to help flavor up your foods so good. Having things like soups and pasta dishes, just whatever you can do, put some vegetables, put some greens on there. And I also love even having any sort of smoothie or greens powder can be fantastic as well. There's lots of greens powder that are great on the market right now that if you add them to your water, it can make the water even more hydrating because you're adding some minerals in there. And that's a great option. If you're traveling, if you're on the go, having some sort of powder to add. Don't ever be drinking a smoothie unless it's green. Add some greens in there, all right? Frozen vegetables are great too. Did you know that frozen vegetables could be just as nutritious, if not more nutritious, than the fresh vegetables you get at the store? Just because they're picked at peak ripeness and then frozen rather than being picked way too early and then having to have that shelf life when they're fresh. Frozen vegetables are fantastic. Also sprouts. Sprouting is so fun and so easy. You can just do it on your windowsill, so cheap, and those sprouts are full of potent antioxidants, chlorophyll, amazingness. Definitely sprout some broccoli sprouts. I should say that in every video. Everybody should be taking in some broccoli sprouts every single day. If you don't already sprout broccoli, do it right now. This is your sign. Go sprout some broccoli seeds. Don't forget matcha. Matcha green tea. Green tea is fantastic. Matcha is fantastic. Get in those greens. Get in those polyphenols. You will not regret it. Saving your life over here, okay? What can I say? You're welcome. Do you eat 4 servings of vegetables every single day? Be honest with yourself. About 2 cups of cooked vegetables every day? Do I do that? Really think about it. Think through your day. Think through how much you eat and be honest with yourself. And if you're saying, oh, I really want to, but I'm not, when you're not eating 4 servings of vegetables every day, you are truly choosing to be at a much higher risk of being fatigued, depressed, sick, in pain, and just not living as optimally as you could be. You're not able to provide the energy that you could be providing to your friends, to your family, to your workplace, to your life by just not putting yourself first and not making it so that you are making it a point to get in those vegetables every day. I can't come to your house and force you to eat broccoli. You've got to do that for yourself. What a classic dietitian, like just telling people to eat broccoli. This is real. This is real medicine. Sure, there's always going to be endless research and cutting edge stuff and keto and this and that. Nobody can deny 4 servings of vegetables every day should be a bare minimum for everybody, and you're probably not doing it. Chances are you're probably not. Comment below. Are you? Are you eating 4 servings of vegetables every day? What's your favorite way to get them in? How are you going to do it if you're not already? And how do you do it if you already do? Personally, I love having greens powder in my water. Yes, I do. I love having green smoothies. I love having a big salad. And I love having cooked vegetables with dinner. Every single night, there's got to be some cooked veggies in there. And vegetables doesn't just have to be greens. It can also be like carrots and corn and even beans and peas technically count as vegetables. So I'll get off my soapbox over here, all right? Everybody give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit me up on Instagram at vitamin.katie. Go ahead and eat your greens.